Wetland ecosystem of Bangladesh. A low-lying ecosystem where the groundwater table is always at or near the surface and is subject to seasonal inundation is called wetland. It may consist of static or flowing water and may be natural or man-made. It is a link between land and water. Bogs, swamps, marshes, fens, and peatlands are some of the typical examples of wetland. Wetland is an ecosystem, and therefore wetland provides provisioning services like food, fiber, and fuel, regulating services like climatic regulation, groundwater research, and erosion control, cultural services like recreation and ecotourism, and support services like nutrient cycling are some of the examples of wetland services. Water and wetlands are the main characteristics of physiography of Bangladesh. The total area of wetlands of Bangladesh is about 7 to 8 million hectares, or 50% of the total surface land area of the country consists of the wetlands. Country's wetlands include rivers, streams, shallow freshwater lakes, and marshes, floodplains, inshore coastal areas, and haors, bowers, bills, water storage reservoirs, flooded cultivated fields. Wetlands of Bangladesh are broadly classified in three categories, specifically saltwater wetlands, for example, coastal and marine wetlands, freshwater wetlands, for example, rivers and haors, and third, man-made wetlands like aquaculture ponds, lakes, and irrigation channels. Wetlands are habitat of rich diversity of biological species. A broad spectrum of floral and faunal diversity of wetland provides food, fuel, fodder, manure, and medicines to the rural people. Wetlands create economic values by producing agricultural products and also create social values, for example, recreation and ecotourism. Wetlands are being degraded both by natural and human actions. In Bangladesh, the growing high-density populations demand more land for farming and habitation purposes. Wetlands are converted to supply these additional lands, which pose threat to environment and loss of biodiversity. Dhanmondi Lake, constructed in 60s in the center of Dhaka city, is a man-made wetland. However, as Dhaka grows as a megacity, this lake becomes a sink of pollution, surface runoff, and urban drain discharges, which resulted enormous harms to environment. However, government realized it, and currently the lake was re-excavated and all sorts of waste were removed from its bed. Now the lake becomes a habitat of fishes of different species. The pavement built around the lake is used by health conscious people for jogging and exercise. The trees and plants around the lake became a natural shelter for birds and mammals. Built-in restaurants for refreshment, boating facilities, and elevated open space for staging cultural activities attract huge visitors, being stressed in modern busy city lives. The protection and reservation of Dhanmondi Lake therefore becomes an example of restoration and sustainable management of wetlands in Dhaka city. In conclusion, it can be noted that wetland management means environmental management. The interactions and interdependencies between different producers and users as a result of chain impacts of land, water, and air are maintained through wetland management. Such balance is essential for long-term sustainability of environment, economy, and society.